can start now. All right. Okay, so if y'all turn to your papers, it started off as how do you form and maintain an awesome and positive parent-coach relationship. First, you introduce yourself to all the parents. So that's just pretty simple. Your name, how you doing today? My name's Stephanie. I'll be your child's coach. Just a small introduction, just so they can know who is teaching their kid. And that goes for old and new parents. If you have any old students that their parents don't know who you are, you can always reintroduce yourself as well if you don't know if you have or not. That gives parents a way to know who will be teaching and take care of their children. Then you want to make a good first impression. Now, good first impression is, a positive attitude. You look at them in their face when you're talking to them so they can know that you're actually being personable. And it's just important because that gives the parents, the first impression is always important because that's when the parents form their opinion about you. And once someone has already formed an opinion about you, it's hard for that opinion to change. So, make sure to disclose any expectations and or rules of the gym that you believe the parent needs to be aware of. This could possibly eliminate future incidents or issues that might occur. So any of the rules they have here, like one kid at a time on a trampoline, or when they come in, they put their shoes and stuff in the cubbies, or they come sit on the white line whenever they're done with playtime to get their stamps. Just let them know any of the small rules they might have. If you run your class a certain way, or if you have certain expectations / class rules set in place for your particular class, make sure you communicate that with the kids' parents or guardian. So for my class, I know a lot of my classes, I have the 3-finger rule. And that's not the same for everybody's class, but that's just my particular class. So if you have anything that's just for your class, you can communicate that with the parents as well, just so they can know beforehand, okay, well, this was a rule already set in place. It's nothing new. She's not popping up with something new. And just okay, I already knew this from the get, so I can't be surprised. All right, be approachable. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Don't have RBF face. You want your parents to feel okay, they can be able to come to you and start a conversation or ask questions so they can feel comfortable to be able to talk to their coach. Give positive updates. That's really important because you don't want the parents to only hear negative things about their kids. You want their parents to know, okay, well, my kid is actually learning something in class, my kid is actually improving every week, they're actually doing something good and they're not wasting their money. Do check-ins from time to time. It lets the parents see that you're actually concerned and have built a relationship with their child. So what I mean by check-ins, nothing too personal, but those small things oh, I heard Becky had a recital. How did it go? Was it a good recital? Something like that. It doesn't have to be something oh, I heard you going through a divorce. How's the divorce going? Nothing too personal. Just something small.
I feel attacked. You asked me that.
Unless you have a cool relationship with a parent like that. But yeah, for the most part, don't do something too personal. Just little small check-ins when you're. All right. How to properly and professionally de-escalate a situation with the parents. That's important. All right. First, you want to always hear out their argument. Let them get out what they need to say and do not interrupt them. Even if you don't agree, or even if you think, okay, she's kind of tripping, just let them get it out. You want them to know that you're hearing what they're saying and that what they're saying is important to you. Apologize for the situation. Apologizing makes them feel heard and understood.
I'm gonna interject there.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna one of the things we were gonna talk about this morning was apologizing. How Destiny said apologize for this situation
Mm-hmm.
is super important because just because a parent's mad at you doesn't mean you did anything wrong. And Taylor and I are very firm on we back you.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this a lot yesterday. So don't take blame for something.
Yeah.
Because especially in front of parents or in front of kids, we back you.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry that you're upset. Things you wouldn't say to a friend because it's really bad apologizing. But
yeah.
use that here because not taking blame. And like if it's a kid got injured, especially, let's not apologize because that is taking liability. But in this kind of situation, don't just say you're sorry because they're mad.
Yeah. And also don't like throw yourself under the bus.
No.
Like say you be like, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, please
now,
don't do that.
now
Please
that
don't
they
do that.
heard you say, they heard you say, oh, she wasn't paying attention. They put the blame on you, and they can like actually go to court for that type of stuff. So don't say, oh, I wasn't paying attention. Just like, well, I'm sorry that your kid got hurt. Sorry about the situation, but you know, I didn't do anything. You know, something like that.
Yes.
Make sure to keep your composure. So if the parent gets loud or unprofessional, make sure to stay calm. Try not to match their level. This will only make the situation worse. If you need assistance, you can get Taylor or any of the floor managers. So that's pretty self-explanatory. If they're like loud, yelling, I mean, we really don't have that here, but if it does happen, don't match their level. Don't try to talk over them or like be louder than them. You just sit there, nod your head, I understand. Let them get it out, honestly, because they might just be frustrated about other things in the day and they're taking it out on y'all. So just let them get it out. And if it gets too bad to the point where you're uncomfortable, you can always come to whoever the floor manager is, or like I said, Taylor, Janice there, Janet. All right. Let's get into some examples of casual conversations with parents before and after class. Before class, simple, hey, how are you doing today? That's something simple. It doesn't have to be a whole conversation, especially if you're not comfortable with having a full conversation. Just say, how are you doing today? It lets them know, okay, well, they're interested in how my day was. They're talking to me, they're speaking to me. They're not, sitting in the corner, not even trying to have a conversation. That seems kind of standoffish, and you want the parents to feel comfortable to be able to talk to you. I'm excited for class today. We're going to be going over our mounts and dismounts. I'll make sure to let you know how it goes. And so that gives them a bit of excitement. You're saying, I'm excited for class today. So that means that, okay, I actually enjoy my job. I'm not just here for the pay. I'm here because I'm excited to work. And then you're also telling them a little bit of what you're going over in class. You're going over mounts and dismounts. So it gives them an opportunity to be like, okay, well, they're learning something. They're not doing the same thing every week. They know what you're doing different in this class. All right. Oh, I see you got Penelope a new leotard. It's so cute. I mean, that's just a simple conversation starter. Oh, it's nice to see y'all again. I've missed Maddie so much. How was the trip? That lets the parents see, oh, you care. My kid's been gone for like 2 weeks. You actually missed her.
Right.
Yeah, just something small. After, Brandy did good today. She waited so patiently in line. It doesn't have to be a big accomplishment. She waited patiently in line. That's something good. Michael has been getting stronger. He's constantly improving. That's self-explanatory. Amanda's listening skills were amazing today. Sophie finally got her back hip circle today. I'm so proud of her. And Ethan got along so well with everybody today. So you can find something positive to say. Even if they probably like they had a pretty bad day, you can find something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something
Always.
positive to say. Give the parent, even if you have something negative to say, like if they a lot of parents like to ask. So if they do ask, oh, well, did such and such hit today, or did such and such, get into trouble today? You can be honest, but make sure to counteract that with something positive. Yeah, he didn't do so well with listening today, but he did stay in line the whole time. He was really nice with his friends. We didn't have any problems with that. Just find something to counteract your negative comment that you gave the parents. Something simple. And yeah, that's what I have. Any questions? Comments? Anything?
Those are all things Destiny is really, really good at.
Yeah,
Well, and I mean, she was my kid's teacher for a while, and my kid can be a lot. And I'm the mom who's gonna say, okay, how was he today? And I'm expecting you to be like, well, he was bouncing off walls, he wasn't listening, he was doing all these things. But like, I'm asking, so I want you to be honest, but like, please don't tell me only terrible things. Because he's a sweet kid, and like there's something you can tell me, and you have had to come to me and be like, so this is what he did today. And be factual. Don't try to like sugarcoat what happened, but like taking the emotion out of it, being factual about the situation. The first time you had to come, or one time you had to come tell me he did something. I can tell you were like nervous to tell me what he did, and I was like, no, I know he was probably, whatever you're about to tell me is true. Like, what did he do?
It's because of your face that day.
Yeah,
I'm
some
not gonna
parents
lie.
are not approachable, and I'm just like,
I'm not gonna lie. I looked at your face, and I don't know if you were going through anything else, but like you just looked like not in a good mood. But I seen that you were looking, so I was like, I have to go tell her
yeah,
why.
you make
her
eye
kid-
contact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta tell her why her kid's sitting out right now. I just have to. She's looking, but it's like it just.
Oh, and what's funny is you are 100% correct. I didn't even notice he was sitting out. Because I was thinking about something else. And you came and you were like, I want to tell you why he's sitting out. And I was like, oh, he's sitting out. Like,
Yeah.
what happened? I was like, oh, yeah, you're right, huh? Because I was thinking about something else, like you said. So you never know. But when it's Trey, I'm like, whatever you were about to tell me he did, he 100% did. And whatever, like, consequence or, reward he didn't get, it was earned. But, like, I'm sure he tried to do something good, too, you know? So, like, tell me both the sides of it. And then sometimes maybe unprompted tell me something good he did, because that doesn't happen very often, so.
Yeah, that's another thing. If you notice, like,
Yeah.
a kid's been extremely good today, like they accomplished this task, they did this really well, then go tell the parents.
Yeah.
Because the parents probably are tired of hearing negative things anyway. So it probably brighten up their day to see
It
that you
does.
have a positive comment about their kid.
Yes. And when I get to tell Trey that, like, oh, Miss Destiny told me that you were really kind to your friend today.
Light up your light.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, because he doesn't hear that. Teachers don't talk to mama very often with good news. So when I'm able to say that a teacher told me specifically something he did a really good job of, that, one, encourages him to repeat that. And then two, it gives us, me and Trey, more positive interactions too,
Yeah.
because I'm not like, you did this in school today, like, what could you have done instead, blah, 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 like, you did a great job at school today, yay.
Any comments? Examples.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Let's just, I can probably just turn on the screen.
well,
Okay, well, I'm gonna break everything.
meeting adjourned.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna try to find a way